Und er scheint es auch schon loszugehen. Das Willkommen zum Nintendo Digital Event für die E3 2015.
Thank you. I will head directly to the stage. Reggie, are you ready for the digital event?
Nintendo 62, Nintendo 63, Nintendo 64. My puppet body is ready. Huh?
I'm here.
Mr. Miyamoto?
Oh, yes.
Okay, ready whenever you are, gentlemen.
I just have to remember my words.
Look, look!
Star Fox! Cool.
Hey, Fox, do a barrel roll.
Yeah, come on, Fox. Do a barrel roll.
Yeah.
Barrel roll? I can do better than that. Check this out.
Entering Cornerius orbit. Switching to all range mode. Let's take the offensive. Do a barrel roll.
Star Fox Zero erscheint dieses Jahr Holiday sogar. Zur Weihnachtssaison. Ja, das letzte Star Fox war ganz cool für den 3DS. Das war ein Remake von dem Nintendo 64-Teil und jetzt kommt ein neuer Teil für die Wii U exklusiv, wo man auch dann ein bisschen am Boden unterwegs ist und nicht nur rumfliegt. Und man kann auch stufenlos anscheinend vom Panzer zu dem Flugzeug wechseln, zu dem Raumgleiter. Das ist schon ganz cool alles.
That would be reflected in the dialogue and appear in scenes like where a cool character and enemies would appear.
I'm here for a job, of course, and looks like I get to have a little fun.
When it came to talking about details regarding how to make the main characters look and feel, we talked about all sorts of types of people. But ever since I was in school, I drew comics with caricaturized humanoid animals and decided that the characters in this game should be based off animals. I then talked about it with Imamura-san, the designer, and we thought about the fox image. Then I thought, let's try making a fox the main character.
We're entering Corneria City now.
When there's an arch, you want to go under it, right? That's the kind of game I wanted to make. Thinking about the shrine, this place is known for the row of arches. So we went with this idea to create a game where you would fly through different arches. Star Fox is a game where you use a control stick, like the one you'd find on a plane. When you fly a real plane, you need to pull back on the control stick to fly up, right? Similarly, you can use the gyro on the gamepad to look all around and feel really immersed in the game. We'd like people to play as if they are flying a real plane. It's really exciting. For Wii U, with its 2 screens, we experimented with gameplay with ideas before this iteration of Star Fox. There were 2 screens that each serves a specific purpose. For example, we've tested using one screen for a more cinematic view and the other for gameplay. The Wii U gamepad has a gyro, and it's a big reason we decided to make this game. It's a cockpit view, so it feels like you're in the cockpit like this. You can aim by moving the gamepad around. In the other Star Fox games, you play by controlling your plane in third person on one screen. This time, the game world is shown on the TV and you can focus in to aim on the gamepad. By using 2 screens, you can see yourself flying in third person on the TV while shooting down at the enemies below you from the...
Es funktioniert anscheinend so ein bisschen wie Zombie U, dass man quasi das Spielgeschehen, auf dem TV verfolgen kann, aber das Zielen funktioniert rein auf dem Gamepad. Das ist eine nette Idee.
There's only one button to fire all the different weapons. So there are 4 buttons left, and with that, we thought, why not use these buttons to make the R-Wing transform?
Transformers-Style. Ja, schon cool. Ob es da auch Multiplayer gibt, oh, das wäre schon fett.
That was in Star Fox 2. But since that game didn't make it out, I'm glad we were able to have it appear. The R-Wing transformation mechanic actually looks like it and makes a lot of sense. There's the Landmaster, and also the Gyro Wing, which adds a lot of breadth to gameplay. With it, you can perform a lot of tasks as Fox. You can also play different stages with other vehicles too. So I hope you'll have fun trying out courses with different vehicles even after you clear the game. We've rebuilt the game using ideas from the past, but it's not a Part 4 or Part 5. It's not a remake either, so we named it Star Fox Zero this time. The subtitle Zero was taken from how the kanji character looks in calligraphy. Star Fox is based off of the Japanese culture that inspired me, so I wanted people around the world to see this cool kanji character in the logo. When I saw it, it reminded me of a foxtail. We wrote the character with a brush and added the logo. It looks cool.
Hi, and welcome to Nintendo's digital event for E3 2015. I'm Reggie Fils-Aimé, President of Nintendo of America. We began today having a little fun imagining ourselves as characters in the Star Fox universe. But that opening was more than just fun. It also represents a theme you're going to encounter consistently throughout Nintendo's experience for E3. That theme is transformation. Recently, Mr. Iwata has made several announcements on how Nintendo itself is being transformed, with expansion to Universal theme parks, mobile devices, and our new dedicated game platform, codenamed NX, which we'll tell you more about in 2016. Today, our purpose is more immediate.
Also
Focus on the transformations you'll be
zur neuen Konsole NX äußert man sich erst zur E3 2016, also hat die Wii U noch ein bisschen längeres Leben verpasst
Nintendo
bekommen.
franchises. It is transformation. We never let them stand still. There always has to be something new, something compelling. And that even applies to the game Super Mario Bros., which is celebrating its 30th anniversary in 2015. To say he's been transformed over the years is obvious. But along the way, he's also transformed gaming, from establishing the platforming genre on the NES to the 3D world of Super Mario 64. Later this year, Super Mario Maker will take the next step by turning the essence of game creation over to you, our fans. Now, players will become creators as you build your own Mario levels that can be shared globally with friends. And who knows, maybe even I'll be playing, and of course beating, your latest creation. Finally, nothing in our history has transformed our franchises quite like Amiibo. And as you'll find out this week, there are more new Amiibo on the way and more games for them to inhabit. In fact, right now, let's see how Amiibo are about to show up in a totally unexpected way. So at this year's Nintendo digital event, the team put me right to work. So I'm pleased to be here with Karthik Bala from the Vicarious Vision studio at Activision. And Karthik, we've got some great news to share.
Yeah, so the hallmark of the Skylanders franchise has always been deliver brand new innovation and the highest quality game experience. For the first time, we're bringing a whole new toy category to life. We're bringing vehicles to life this year with our new game, Skylanders Superchargers, and really blending it to this epic vehicle adventure.
But there's more to it, right?
We've got 2 unexpected guest stars. So introducing turbocharged Donkey Kong and his vehicle, the Barrel Blaster. We also have Bowser. This is Hammer Slam Bowser, and his vehicle, the Clown Cruiser.
Bowser is always my favorite. I don't know why people say that I look like Bowser and at times act like Bowser. As you're playing as these figures, as you have the various vehicles, what happens?
So they have complete move sets and upgrade trees of powers and abilities, some of which are natural, things that you would expect, like Donkey Kong throwing barrels and Bowser slamming down his hammer, but also really unexpected moves that harken back to elements of lore within the 30 years of history of these characters.
What else can these figures do?
If you put the figure on a Skylanders portal, they act as a Skylander, but you can twist the base and switch it to Amiibo, and it can be used as an Amiibo in another Nintendo game.
So again, these characters, these vehicles, only playable on Nintendo. So as you go through this collaboration with Nintendo, a company that is very protective of its franchises, that always likes to have total control, what was that like in terms of working with us to bring...
Ja, das ist eine nette Frage. Wie war es denn mit Nintendo, die so sehr auf ihre Figuren
We may
aufpassen?
have been a little too cautious at first. We wanted to have a form of Bowser where he became really big, and we pitched the idea of using Giga Bowser, and this is when the Nintendo team said, no, do something different, something new, and we created Magma Bowser,
Right.
Who's never been seen before, and his fire breath just becomes this insane flamethrower. We wanted to set the Koopa on fire, and they said use dry bones.
Right.
And so like dry bones, and they said, well, here's all the material for dry bones, and it was just, building on top of that, and we just didn't You know, we didn't think that we were going to get away with all of this stuff.
Jetzt hatten wir vorhin Disney Infinity auf der Sony-Konferenz, jetzt mit den Star Wars-Figuren und mit Marvel-Figuren auch. Und jetzt haben wir hier für Skylanders die Nintendo-Kooperation mit einer Bowser-Figur und einem Donkey Kong. Also Spielzeug wird immer ein aktuelles Thema bleiben auf den Konsolen. Aber man muss schon sagen, Nintendo sind die einzigen, die das ein bisschen humorvoller rüberbringen als jetzt die Anzugträger. Ein neues Zelda, Triforce Heroes. Ja, bestimmt 3DS-Spiel, dachte ich mir schon. Ein Multiplayer-Zelda-Spielchen gab's ja schon auf dem 3DS. Hat nur keiner gespielt. Genau, The Legend of Zelda Four Swords hieß das damals. Es kam in der Anniversary Edition sogar gratis raus auf dem 3DS, aber ich glaube, so viele haben das nicht wirklich gezockt. Jetzt gibt es halt mit Triforce Heroes den spirituellen Nachfolger. Oder spirituellen. Man muss halt dann immer so ein bisschen Rätsel lösen, gemeinsam kämpfen. Eigentlich ganz lustig, wenn es einen Online-Modus hat. Sogar mit Bosskämpfen und allem drum und dran, was ein Zelda-Spiel ausmacht. Im Herbst 2015. Und nicht für den New 3DS exklusiv, sondern ganz normal für jeden 3DS.
Hello, I'm Aonuma, the producer of Zelda. Today, I would like to talk about The Legend of Zelda Triforce Heroes, the latest Nintendo 3DS Zelda game. I have the game's director, Chikata, here to introduce it with me.
Hello. I wanted to focus on multiplayer and co-op. Multiplayer in past Zelda games was more competitive, much like a party game. Everyone would gather to play to see who would get the most rupees. This time, I wanted players to cooperatively enjoy more serious Legend of Zelda gameplay elements, like solving puzzles and going through dungeons.
The 3D visuals of A Link Between Worlds was a great feature, especially in terms of depth. So I wanted to incorporate that into the multiplayer. So that's why we came up with the totem mechanic. Co-op was fully realized with the totem mechanic. You can carry your friends on your shoulders and reach higher places.
A 4-player totem was too tall, so we decided 3 was the better choice. For single player, there are supporting doll-like characters. There are 2 of them, and you can beat a level by switching between Link and these 2 dolls. The story starts in a kingdom that is just full of fashion-savvy people. Then, we find out something has happened, so the king is looking for a hero who could help. So different players are each claiming to be the hero, and so it begins.
Naja, also im Einzelspielermodus konnte man ja Four Swords auch spielen, aber das hat halt überhaupt keinen Spaß gemacht, finde ich. Weil man immer 2 Charaktere hin und her tragen musste. Und dann ist einer mal gestorben, dann musste man wieder ganz zurück und dann wieder mit 2 Charakteren, die irgendwie nach vorne bringen. Und jetzt hat man hier 3 Spieler. Also Ist ganz nett, wenn man es lokal zusammenspielt oder online, wenn das geht. Aber alleine will ich das nicht nochmal spielen.
Different experiences depending on what you wear.
I think playing with people in online multiplayer where you can't see their reactions is fun too. I hope people invite others to try out the game with them as well.
When playing in multiplayer, we frequently hear Mr. Aonuma yelling excitedly about the game.
I have the loudest voice on the team. Also for Nintendo 3DS, we have another new game. Last year, we had the Wii U version of Hyrule Warriors.
Ah ja, Hyrule Warriors kommt für den 3DS.
This game is a reimagining of the Wii U game. It will include all the DLC characters from that one.
Aber ich frage mich, ob grafisch das möglich ist. Man hatte ja schon bei Xenoblade Chronicles X das Problem, dass selbst auf dem New 3DS, der noch ein bisschen leistungsstärker ist als der normale 3DS, hatte man ja schon das Problem, dass es optisch nicht mit der Wii 1 mithalten kann. Und jetzt portet man ein Wii U-Spiel auf den normalen 3DS. Bin mal gespannt, wie das aussehen wird. Hyrule Warriors auf dem 3DS. Hyrule Warriors Legends heißt es in Europa und Nordamerika.
Legends, as well as The Legend of Zelda Triforce Heroes on Nintendo 3DS.
Ja, siehst du, Sony, so macht man das, seinen Handheld zu pushen. Ports und Neuauflagen. Ist The Legend of Zelda das neue Assassin's Creed von Nintendo? Jetzt hat man noch nicht vor allzu langer Zeit Majora's Mask 3D rausgebracht. Dann kommt jetzt Hyrule Warriors Legends für den 3DS. Dann dieses Koop-Spielchen für den 3DS, was wir gerade gesehen haben. Und dann kommt natürlich noch das The Legend of Zelda für die Wii U.
Hey.
Oh yes, ein neues Metroid Prime Spielchen. Endlich! Wir haben ja Metroid Prime, den ersten Teil auf der Wii U, versuchen wir in mehreren Marathons durchzuspielen auf Twitch. Und hier ein neues Metroid Prime, gleich zwei neue Metroid Prime Spiele für den Nintendo 3DS. Cool. Federation Force und ein Pinball-Spielchen. Das sind Koop-Matches, die man da austragen kann. Metroid Prime ist ja die Ego-Shooter-Variante von Metroid. Ganz cool. Das Pinball-Spielchen brauche ich nie unbedingt, aber das Federation Force, das sieht sehr cool aus.
You are my child now. Now, once and for all, no more games. To the death.
Here I come! I'll show you!
I won't surrender! Now pay for your betrayal!
Don't look at me. Please.
There is only one punishment. The sentence is death.
Try to be at peace. Kill me if you want, but do it as yourself.
Fire Emblem Fates, das hat ja noch keinen Titel. Und das kommt nächstes Jahr raus, wahrscheinlich für den 3DS. Ich muss ja immer noch Fire Emblem Awakening spielen. Das ist eine echt nette Rundenstrategieserie. Und jetzt wieder Japano-Action.
あなたは翼という名前なの？人類の天敵に対抗し得る。
Ist das Hatsune Miku Persona? Ein Mashup?
今の翼の歌声ならきっと届く。だから歌うんだ翼。
行こう、我が友いつきよ。
オリベ翼、17歳です。
Es soll erstmal das Attack on Titan Spielchen bei uns in Europa rauskommen, bevor die hier neue Anime-Chosen auf die Beine stellen.
ロードのマスターが現れた。ついに始まるのね。私の出番ね。努力？才能よ。どうしたの？お姉さんに何か用かしら？きっとお兄ちゃんたちなら大丈夫。頑張って。
一緒に行こう、クロム。運命を超える。
Ah ja, Befehl.